make baseless claims about hate.
Oh, I don't know if they're all baseless.
Some immigrants in Ohio.
Now, in case you didn't know, there are some limitations on free speech, and I'm not talking about what the government calls mis or disinformation. I'm talking about incendiary speech that provokes a violent reaction or yelling fire in a crowded theater. I'm thinking these comments by Democrats could qualify. First, Joe Biden on CBS earlier this year.
Mark my words. If he wins this this election, watch what happens. It's a danger. He's a genuine danger to American security.
Well, if he's a genuine danger to American security, then clearly he needs to be taken out. Here's Joe Biden taking a step back after dipping his toes in hot water to say there's no place for political violence this election season. Of course, he said nothing of 4 political indictments, attempted to get Trump off the ballot, and the raid on Mar-a-Lago. At least he has standards. They're very low standards, but standards nonetheless.
Subject is, and is the subject is in custody. An acting head of the Secret Service is in Florida today assessing what happened and determining whether any further adjustments need to be made.
Oh, I'm thinking some adjustments need to be made
to ensure the safety of our former president. Let me just say, there is no, and I mean this from the bottom of my...
Whenever he says that, he's usually qualifying, and it means, well, you use your imagination.
You know, many of you do. No place in political violence in America. None.
Yeah, so you guys who were trying to get all angry and everything to go out and shoot Donald Trump, stop that right now.
Zero. Never. I've always condemned political violence. I always will in America.
After it happens, of course.
In America, we resolve our differences.
After my words usually cause it, just, allegedly.
Peacefully, the battle box, not at the end of a gun. America suffered too many times the tragedy of an assassin's bullet.
Yeah, and it almost happened twice to Donald Trump this election season. Thanks, Democrats.
It solves nothing. It just tears the country apart.
And you've done a great job tearing that country apart. Here's actually Hillary Clinton following his lead.
And I don't understand why it's so difficult.
My God, woman, can't you just retire?
For the press to have a consistent narrative about how dangerous Trump is.
Oh, they do have a consistent narrative. It's almost 100% negative against Trump and positive for Kamala.
The late, great journalist Harry Evans, one time said that, journalists should, really try to achieve objectivity.
That's really funny. That's a good one when you're talking about the liberal media.
And by that, he said, I mean, they should cover the object. Well, the object...
Oh, they certainly have. Again, 100% negative coverage of Donald Trump.
The object in this case is Donald Trump. His demagoguery, his...
blah, 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 blah.
I think somebody's a little nervous about getting elected.
Country in the world. And stick with it.
I don't think she ever said anything that bad about Bill, even when he was having sex with an intern in the Oval Office. You Gen Zers don't know about that, so I just told you. Here's Democrat Rep. Dan Goldman hinting that Donald Trump has to be eliminated.
It is just unquestionable at this point that
These are all evil people.
Cannot see public office.
Did he say not see?
This again, he is not only unfit, he is destructive.
No, actually, he's the candidate, and he's supposed to be able to be elected
to our democracy, and he has to be eliminated.
Oh my
He
goodness!
actually said it, but don't worry, it gets worse. Here's Democrat Representative Stacey Plaskett saying the quiet part out loud about how Donald Trump needs to be stopped. Oops.
Having Trump not only have had the codes, but now having the classified information for Americans and being able to put that out and share it in his resort with anyone and everyone who
Wait for it.
comes through should be terrifying to all Americans, and he needs to be stopped.
Whoopsie daisy. Here's Democrat Representative Gregory Meeks saying, quite simply, despite the election process, we hold it dear. Trump cannot be the president again.
Donald Trump cannot be president again.
Yeah, he can actually. He could run for a second term, and he's our candidate.
The existential threat to democracy.
Oh, I'm thinking that
The threat is the Democrats.
And trying to keep him from running fairly is existential.
Now, what I think...
Why do people vote these idiots in office right there?
I agree.
Republicans just block in one line.
Yeah.
Something that endangers democracy.
There you go. And oddly enough, the second shooter echoed those sentiments on social media.
That's what happened in the 1930s. The Germans just walked in line.
Uh-oh, he's calling Trump Hitler again.
With Hitler.
Certainly no dangerous rhetoric that would incite an insane person to try to kill Donald Trump here. Coming up, MSNBC puts together a 1-hour Trump hate-orama. Stick around.